Greetings guys. Let me know if you can hear the audio, please. If somebody lets me know in chat, please guys. How's the audio? Are we up and running? Audio. It's good to see some faces tonight. More guys and names that I know. Of course, Ranger. What's up? Immediately. No. Yeah, evening guys. Sound is good. Awesome. Let's do the switcheroo over here. I think we're there, guys. It's so strange. Ranger hasn't attempted once to get up here, and of course now that I'm talking to the monitor, Ranger wants up. So I've definitely created a monster. But I've planned for him this evening. I have an extra sheet that he can lay down on. So anyways, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I see there's a bunch of faces, names that I know now. Thanks for popping in, guys. We've got a long one today. It's about 55 minutes. I actually only got the edit done about I don't know, 2 hours ago. I had some issues that had me running down the mountain again when I was supposed to be up here editing the video. So anyways, let's see who's here. Okay. Excuse me, guys. And believe it or not, I actually have coffee at this point. The last several weeks, actually, I've been without coffee. So I have coffee back in my life. So that's probably why I'm seeming a little jacked up. I think this will be the third coffee for the day. Right, who we got here? Did I miss anything? Anthony Z, good evening to you, sir. I just got to sort out my chat here. It pops up when I don't want it to. How do I get rid of it? I think I would have figured this out by now, guys. How do I make you go away, chat? Be away. Yeah. Dang it. Anthony Z, good evening, sir. Jim's here. Mr. Gas, Tomahawk. Thank you for sharing links, sir. I appreciate it. Jim's here. Savagely, all the regular guys. Thank you, guys. Adam S is in. Adam S, you're on 2 months of being a member. That's awesome, man. I think there's a after 3 you get some different icon at the end of your name. I can't remember what I set it up for, but you're on your way. I definitely need to get out some stuff to members, so I apologize. I've been a little slack the last couple of weeks. Who we got? Progun Freddy's in. Good evening to you, sir. Adam S. Yep. Who else we got? Oh, I scrolled back then. Whispering Vines Studio. Hey, good evening. Nice to have you back. You made it. Of course, I got a dog whining and staring at me already. Can you guys see me all right? I've got the camera or the lights turned down this evening. Well, he's up. Well, I've created the monster now. Ranger's got up on the couch and he's just sat down, so we'll just let him do that for now. Yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks, guys. So the footage that I have tonight. Stop. I know it's so unprofessional having my dog lick me while I'm doing a stream. Yeah, so some of the footage that you'll see, particularly in the beginning of the video tonight, is 3, maybe 4 weeks old. So a bunch of older stuff is being included in that, especially things around the pickup truck. So you'll see some of that. Some of it's a little bit outdated, but it's footage I haven't included before. A new one, Enhanced Simplicity. Good evening to you. I don't recognize your name, but welcome. It's a new one. Yeah, so how's everybody else doing? Hopefully everybody's getting through their winter. I don't know who else is up here in the northern hemispheres in Alaska. Usually we have a few folks from Canada that are in here as well. So been a pretty mild winter for me, guys. Um, a little bit of everything. Like I said during the last stream, we've had rain, we've had snow, more rain, no snow. We had several days of it just being, gray, overcast, and cold. I think the lowest temp I've seen so far was a 12. Or no, was it a 9? Yeah, 9 degrees. So nothing too extreme for any length of time. So, I don't know. We were supposed to get a big freeze a few days ago, and, I don't think it was a big freeze. So, yeah. What we got here? Kevin. Oh, there's a whole bunch here. Juice Master. Is it Juice Master or Juice Master? I'm going with Juice Master. Kevin, well, good evening to you, sir, and welcome. Thanks for tuning in tonight, sir. I appreciate you swinging by. Anthony Z, how's the weather been up there? Yeah, like I just said, sorry, there's probably a little bit of a delay here, but we've had a little bit of everything. No one extreme for any length of time. We did get some snow a couple days ago, probably for about 2 days. Light snow, but enough for it to accumulate. I had to get up on the roof, which you guys will see, and get the roof shoveled off. That'll probably bore you guys, but I probably have about 3 minutes of me shoveling roofs. It was a bit of a mad rush doing the edit today. It should have happened in the morning, and then I found myself having to run down the mountain. And so by the time I got back up here, it was a mad rush to edit. So I actually haven't even reviewed the edit that you guys are going to see. So hopefully I haven't made any whoopsies or anything that I could embarrass myself with. Bits that I should have cut out. Some are still in there. It's possible, guys. So don't worry. There'll be nothing. No shower shots or anything like that. So you guys will be safe. Whispering Vine Studio, 18 inches of snow. Well, sorry, Whispering Vines, was that you in southern Montana? Pardon me if I just forget locations with names. Is that southern Montana for you? If that's the case, you've got way more than we have up here, and I'm pretty close to Justin Trudeau's little world. I could probably stand on a mountain over here and throw a stone and hit him on the head. So 18 inches is quite a bit. Well, for this part of the world, maybe not if you're up in Alaska. Mr. Gas, we have been getting hammered in South Carolina with the flu. My son has been fighting it for a week now. We actually had a similar thing hit up here. I just heard about it. I know some families that about 8 miles from me, they went down with something. The entire family, grandparents, grandkids, and everybody in between. A couple infants, or young children and an infant went down with some kind of flu. And then I heard that a bunch of people in town got hit with it as well. Fortunately, I'm kind of out of the fray, so I didn't have any problems, but something was going around there. That's right, okay. Whispering Vines, that's what I thought. Southern Montana. Yeah, way more than we have, that's for sure. Of course, then there's Adam S. I think you're in Australia, right? What kind of winter are you having, sir? Anything to speak of? Yeah, I remember living down in the tropics. Well, half my life has been in the tropics, and I didn't know what the meaning of winter was for half my life. I'd never really even experienced snow, so yeah. E4 Mafia, hola, amigo. Good evening to you, sir. That's a name I recognize that pops in every now and again. Yeah, Adam S. Adam, what are your temperatures now? I mean, I know it can vary depending on where you're at, but Are you able to grow vegetables this time of the year, sir, or fruits? Maybe some pawpaws or mangoes, bananas. It's cool today, but all week it's been 30 plus. Wow, nice, very nice. Okay. Did I miss anything? Loud and clear, 5x. All right, we got that. Okay, looks like we're somewhat caught up. Well, guys, we might as well get this started since there's about 55 minutes of me, you know, either beating myself up or, you know, embarrassing myself. So, yeah, any questions before we get going? If there are any new folks new to the stream, what we typically do here is I'll show some clips or video of, you know, what I've been up to the last week or two or three or four. You know, living off grid up on a mountain. You know, there is no power up here. There is no, I do not have any running water. So I just share a lot of what I do up here to get through the days and weeks. And, you know, we just like to chat about it too. Everybody here is, for the most part, I think, interested in the same thing, you know. You know, being as independent as possible and, you know, perhaps being as self-sufficient as possible. I wish I could be more self-sufficient, particularly with things like vehicles and when they break down, you know. Unfortunately, things like cash are still required. So, you know, it's pretty difficult to become completely self-sufficient. You know, sometimes you do have to lean on folks or figure something out. That's at least that's been my experience. It's always good to be friendly with neighbors. I've seen over the years a lot of people come and go, you know, these dreamer type off-gridders come in and maybe they're not as friendly with the established neighbors and locals in the area. And, you know, when you break down or something happens when you live this far out in the boonies, quite often, if you don't fix it, you're going to have to, you know, walk to a neighbor or hitch a ride. So it's best to, you know, be friendly. That's one thing I have learned. So, hey, it's little Griff off grid Alberta. Good evening to you, sir. How's it going up where you at? What you got? Cold, just cold, minus 35. Wind chills at the moment. Right on, man. I think you're winning the battle, sir. Yeah, how's things? How's all your equipment? You got your little classic snowmobile going there. It's great, you know, having a small little mobile snowmobile like you have there. You know, how do you keep it running? You able to find parts still for something like that? I caught a glimpse of one of your videos. I'm not sure if parts on your snowmobile are as expensive as parts on my snowmobile. Anyways. Celsius, yes, Adam. Gotcha. Okay, E4 Mafia, what breed is Ranger? A Ranger is what they call a black-mouthed cur, which are probably more common down in your neck of the woods. You know, they often referred to as coon dogs. We don't see a lot of these curs up in this part of the world. You know, there's one couple out here that I'm aware of that have a pack that they've been breeding and selling over the years, but it's not a common breed up here. So, yeah, black-mouthed cur. And you know, he's part of the hound family, and I won't carry on about hound idiosyncrasies. You guys have heard a lot about me commenting on this guy. You know, he's all nose. And tonight I fed him some meat, so I'm experiencing the essence of meat right now. Thanks, Ranger. Anyways, I don't know what his deal is. You see, he's actually a little jealous now. He's kind of got he's got all the space, but he's got to push up against me because he knows I'm talking to somebody. He does this when I even go into the coop with the chicken. So yeah, good times. Little Griff, off-grid Alberta. The snow is crazy here. This year we have about 3 feet on the ground. Yeah, that's a lot more than we have here, sir. By the way, if any of you guys in chat don't know, Little Griff, off-grid Alberta, that's a long one, sir. You know, does have a channel. So, you know, feel free to check him out, guys. You know, another off-gridder just, you know, doing his thing. So have a look at his channel if you guys can. Anyways, yeah, guys, so I think we'll get on with it. Like I said, there's 55 minutes. And yeah, as I was saying, so we're going to watch the video. And anybody who's new here, if you have any questions or just want to, you know, comment about what you see during the video, feel free to do that in chat. I will be here, you know, watching chat and, you know, monitoring things from the outskirts, so to speak. Anyways, yeah, guys. If nobody's got anything pressing to say, we'll start the video, and we'll go from there. Little Griff, I got to think of a shorter name. Shane, Little Griff. I'm just going to go with Little Griff, all right? Hopefully you don't mind that, sir. I don't run it below -25C. Too cold for me to ride. Yes, I've rebuilt it a couple times, but some parts are getting hard to find. Yeah, I bet. You know, I'm still fairly new to snowmobiling. It's only like year 2.5 for me, and I've just found parts on snowmobiles, guys. It's like hemorrhaging big bucks. It's like having a small power boat, you know. Everything, you know, costs a couple $100 when it breaks. So yeah, I don't know with the older snowmobiles, little Griff like you have there. Yeah, probably does start getting tough to find parts. Probably a lot easier to work on than these new modern snowmobiles. Anyways, guys, we'll start up the video, and again, you know, anything you want to chat or bring up in chat, please feel free. You got questions? There's a lot of guys here that are, you know, I would say a few of you guys, the little that I know, you know, quite knowledgeable and can bring some good ideas to the table. So yeah, Ranger, no. Let's start it up. Let's do it. Yep. Let's go. Hey guys, somebody let me know in chat if the audio is good on the video, please. Thank you. Okay, well that was Ranger. Clearly not happy that he has to be left in the cabin today. It's a beautiful morning. We're gonna get some gasoline in town. I've managed to get a ride into town. So we'll get down the valley and go get that ride. And yeah, we'll be going to the post office today. A very quick, short grocery store stop, and there's also a place that has a bunch of used snowmobiles outside of the building I've noticed in town. I'm not sure if they sell parts or it's just like a graveyard for snowmobiles, but I'm going to go see if perhaps they sell parts or perhaps have a shock that'll fit my snowmobile. So that's the kind of sort of plan. Ranger's going to be locked in here for several hours, half a day at least, so hopefully he fares well. It's quite chilly right now. It's actually 19 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's probably around -7 Celsius, somewhere in that ballpark. So it is sunny though, which is quite nice. So we're going to go fire up the snowmobile with my one shock and gingerly head down the mountain and go get this ride. So, okay, let's do this. Well, we'll be taking this very slow down the mountain. Guess I need to put the keys in. The amount of times I've got down here, I need to realize that the keys are still in the cabin, and it's a hike back just to get keys or some silly thing I forgot. Okay, well, it'll be a nice slow old man ride down the mountain in my slightly wounded snowmobile. Come on, lady, let's go. The old snowmobile warm up. It's a beautiful morning, guys. Look at that. Despite all the mechanical failures, it's a beautiful morning. Blue skies. I don't see a cloud in the sky, guys. It's beautiful. Well, guys, I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to look back at this clip that I shared with the general public and say, dude, why are you carrying toilet paper? Oh, we just got back from town, and well, I got to buy the big boy pack, guys, because I don't like going into town. Usually in the spring and summer and autumn months, guys, I just use mullein leaves. Now, those are those big, soft, furry leaves, so comfortable. But in winter, no mullein leaves. They used to call that cowboy toilet paper. So, winter, when times get harder, got to resort to the synthetic stuff. Just kidding. Yeah, we've got a couple loads to do before we're done. We're going to have to release the beast. Ranger's been locked up. We're going to release him and hike back down to the snowmobile and then take do the trip down to the bottom and pick up a couple more items, and then we'll be done with the day. I learned one thing: there's absolutely no ways I can afford, probably ever, a replacement shock for the snowmobile. Hello, chickens. You miss me? Okay. I think I can hear the beast already. Let me get this down here. Open the door. The beast. The monster is ready. Release me. Release me. Yeah. He doesn't even say hello. It's just like straight to the gate. Hey, buddy. Can you give me hello? Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got to. Man, someone's excited. Yes, we're heading back. We can go down and you can run and hopefully tire yourself out, buddy. This is the extent of my groceries, guys. Toilet paper, chicken food, quail food. I finally gave in and bought quail food. Chicken, quail food, toilet paper, and this lonely bag here. And inside here is, well, there's body soap / shampoo / conditioner all in one bottle, because I'm a guy, that's what we do. And then I have 5 boxes of trash bags, which are used for various things up here. And that's the extent of my groceries. Fun times. Oh, I did manage to, someone was kind enough to give me some stale and hard bread that they were going to throw out, and this is going to the chickens, so yeah, they're going to be excited. We'll treat them when I get back and the work's done. So let's continue. I know, buddy. We're going to go. Oh, yeah. Gotta run the beast. Come on, Ranger. Yeah, still a beautiful day, guys. I love these kind of afternoons. You know, you get the low shadows filtering in through the trees. Those angled shadows. Just good time. Good time to be alive. Good time to be alive. Well, good time to still be alive. Come on. Yeah, so back down the old mountain. Pick up. We got some cans of gasoline, and that's about it. Couldn't drag everything up in the sled just because you know, we don't want to overload the sled, and well, not with only one shock. So let's get down there. Well, guys, I'm just looking at this little roadway here. You know, we got little bits of rocks starting to appear here and there, and this centerpiece that I try and keep the track on is feeling pretty hard. It's pretty compacted down and frozen. Really not ideal to be snowmobiling, especially hauling a load on this type of snow. I don't want to be doing that too often. Kind of taking a chance with the snowmobile overheating or developing some issue. Not to mention, every now and again I hit a rock. I don't believe that's what caused the shock to go out, because I hadn't hit anything noteworthy before the shock issue, but it's definitely getting a little problematic right now, snowmobiling on this. This stuff is super crusty and compact. Whenever I'm cruising around like an old man on the mountain, I always feel like singing Old Man River. I don't know, that's just the tune that always comes into my mind. Anyways, next load, let's go! Hopefully you guys didn't see that. Yeah, you didn't see that, did you? Yeah, just pretend that didn't happen. Tomorrow I'm heading down the mountain. I'm not going to do it on the snowmobile. It's just becoming a little too sketchy. I don't want to push my new used snowmobile on this stuff. You know, it depends on good snow being kicked up underneath on the underside, and that rear well, it depends on that to cool the motor down. So if I'm not kicking up a lot of snow because this is so compact, I don't want to run into problems. Anyways, so we're going to head down on the quad, and tomorrow I'm going to be changing the plugs on the pickup truck. I managed to, with the last bit of coinage that I had, pick up 8 plugs for the pickup truck, and we'll change those out tomorrow and see if I have any luck. So that's the plan. Feeling a little hungry. Want to get home and make some chow. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do after that. No idea. Cheers. Hello ladies, hello! Look what I have for you. Now, I'm sorry it's not mealworms or your favorite black soldier fly larva. The days of feeding you guys the rich food is kind of over for now, but I got you hard, stale, garlicky breadsticks. Yeah, not fit for human consumption, but I know how you ladies are. Let's see if you can get into that. Oh yeah, nice. Oh yeah, everybody get some hard, rock hard garlic bread. There's several days worth here for you, so I'm not gonna spoil you ladies too much tonight, but holy cow, you don't have to stuff the whole thing down your mouth. There's plenty more here. Oh yeah, I think the ladies are enjoying it. Oh yeah. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Can a man just cruise around a mountain in peace? Do I need to be watched all the time? Well, as you can see, we're using the quad to get down the mountain today. And, well, it's just become a little too patchy in some areas for the snowmobile. And, you know, I'm kind of nursing the snowmobile right now, as you guys know. So yeah, heading down the mountain, and we're going to change some spark plugs on the pickup truck, and fingers crossed that helps the issue with the pickup truck. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go. Well, hopefully I'm able to get up. You know, it's always much easier going down than it is coming up. Boy, a lot of fun. I'm not drunk, I promise. Yeah. Hey, come on. Come on. Well guys, we got the spark plugs, and we got poor Ranger's in the pickup truck. They're wondering why he has to be locked up. If I'm not paying attention to him, he'll disappear, so that's where he's got to be. And yeah, we'll change the plugs out and you know, hope for the best. Well, check this out. It's a wonderful little mice nest. I don't know, baby squirrel nest. I think it's mice in this air filter casing. Look at that. It's pretty jam-packed in there, guys. I don't think that's the problem, but I'm glad I found it. I don't know if it's too cold outside. I mean, I don't think it is, but the camera's been turning on and off, on and off. Hopefully that's not another thing breaking, failing on me. He's getting these spark caps off, these plug caps off has been a real challenge. Well, we got the battery in, the spark plugs changed, and well, I guess you guys get to witness the joy with me or the pain with me. Enjoy. First firing up. I don't know guys, the camera seems to be turning off on me randomly, so just as I was about to start the truck, camera turned off, so let's go. That's not it. Okay, so it's not the starter motor, it's not the plugs. Well guys, Ranger and I are now back home. We've got the trusty quad you know, wrapped up. Ranger over there. Well, you know, after my failure with the pickup truck, changing the spark plugs, and that didn't solve the issue. You know, I did cry some man tears there for a hot 2 seconds. You know, the dry manly tears of frustration. But for some reason I thought, hey, let me go and see if I can get the van started. Now, I do have 2 vehicles. The van broke down before the pickup truck, and quite frankly, the van has been a headache ever since I got it. Everything keeps on breaking on it. There's only one door that works to get in there, and even the latch on that door just fell apart. It's been a bit of a nightmare, that van. But anyways, I go to the van, and lo and behold, after a little bit of time, I got the van to fire up. Now, I don't know how that happened, but it did, because I've been trying to start that van for some time now. So we have a van that runs. I ran it for about half an hour, but I noticed the steering pump was whining. What I think is the steering pump is whining, and I looked into the power steering fluid reservoir, and it looks almost pretty bone dry. So we're going to have to get some power steering fluid somehow in there before I attempt to drive it out of here, because I don't want to head down the mountain and you know, do the drive into town with a questionable van and you know, a steering pump that's whining and has no fluid in it. So yeah, that would just be inviting more issues. But that is good news. Tomorrow I'm going to head down the mountain again and see if it fires up again, you know. Touch wood. It's touch wood, that's real wood. And other good news, 2 eggs today, guys. 2 chicken eggs. So, you know, it's just like a bonus upon bonus. I'm already putting the pickup truck out of my head, you know, trying not to think about that. But we got 2 eggs, so Ranger's going to get a treat. I'm going to get a treat. Maybe we'll do a little dance outside here on the deck, and, you know, I don't know what'll happen after that. Anyways, take it easy, guys. Ranger, come here. Let's go. Come on. You want an egg? A boiled egg? Your favorite? Yeah. No. All right, guys. Later. Well, greetings. Salutations, guys and girls. It's the Off-Grid Warrior and Ranger. As you can see, we've had a bit of snow. And yeah, oh, here he comes. Yeah, he's happy. He pretty much spent the day indoors yesterday. Both of us did. Heading down the mountain today. A neighbor reached out to me and asked if I could help with a day or two of putting up a greenhouse, the framework for a greenhouse. I'm hoping to have it up by the end of winter, you know. So today, yeah, we're putting up a greenhouse. I know, weird, huh? Anyways, it's I don't mind. It's a good break to the regular routine and monotony. And I hear there might be a delicious lunch in store as well. So that's really the reason why I'm going. I need a little variety to the diet. So anyways, I'm going to pay attention to where I'm walking. And I'll chat with you guys another time. Come on, Ranger. Cheers. Well, home sweet home. We made it. And yeah, now we go home and we make a nice warm fire because it's about somewhere in the 20s right now, 19, 20. So good times. Ranger had a good run. And hopefully he's tuckered out so we can have a nice calm evening. Right, Ranger? Yeah. We get the snowmobile covered up and then hike home. Take it easy, guys. Note to self: wearing your typical hard-heeled work boots, not a good idea when, you know, carrying water up a icy and snowy hillside or mountainside. I wasn't planning on bringing water up today, but I had the opportunity to do so. So here I am, carrying this up on a slightly icy mountainside. A couple days ago we had some rain and then a freeze, so you know that ice is underneath the snow that you're looking at. Yeah, Ranger, where are you, buddy? So I don't know, not quite a quarter of the way yet, so another good workout, guys. Anyways, How are you guys doing? Oh yeah, water delivery guy and dog made it. Ladies have been locked up for half the day. I'm sure they're eager to get out. Ladies, ready? You ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go! Okay, maybe not. Usually they're pretty eager to come out when I open the door. Hey, let's check eggs. Ladies, got any eggs for me? Actually, there was one this morning. Oh yeah, nice. Good job, girls. As soon as I can afford some nice black soldier fly larvae, you girls have got a big bag coming your way. Unfortunately, this is now empty. Good job, girls. Whoever did that egg. That's 2 today. A third would be nice. Well, we've had a bit of snow, as you can see, and looks like there'll be potentially more next day or 2. I don't think anything severe, but you know, little sprinkles like this. If it continues another day like this, I should be able to get the snowmobile all the way up here, so that'll be nice. Hello, chickens. Oh, okay, Ranger. Are you trying to tell me something standing next to the gate there? Well, guys, it's a beautiful day. You're right there, buds. It's a beautiful day, and as you can see, we're getting ready to do a little bit of snow clearing. And Ranger's dead set on getting it outside the gate here. It's I only need 2 hands for this gate. Well, maybe not. Yeah, Ranger needs out. I need out. We've had a couple days of, well, light snow, but I've already done 1 cleaning already. Primarily on the ground and in the chicken coop. We've moved some snow. Today I want to get up on the roof and get the chicken coop back there and just stay on top of it. Just a beautiful day. Look at that. Anyways, I'm gonna get going here. I think we'll start with the cabin roof first, get that cleared, and then perhaps move on to the chicken coop. My favorite job? Not really. Welcome to my kingdom. Let's see, the chicken coop will do last. Gives you an idea of the lay of the kingdom grounds. There's a little ranger wondering why he is being excluded from the fun. Yeah. The objective is to get as much of this as far away from the back of the cabin. If I just kind of gently slide it down and let it drop off, I get this bank of snow that's just a little too close to the back side of the cabin. So here I'll be trying to move the snow as far away as possible from the back of the cabin because, well, quite frankly, I need to get rid of some of the snow that's already down there. So I did not have my Wheaties this morning, but I did have my 4 eggs. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm so proud of my ladder, guys. I mean, screw the cabin. I mean, look at my ladder. You guys didn't see that, okay? It never happened. Okay. Onwards. Yeah, this coop turned out to be way bigger than what I planned for. I was really just planning for a small, cute little coop, but somehow it turned into this giant monstrosity with a huge roof. Making a nice little snowbank around here, guys. Hey, Ranger. Yeah, definitely going to have to move some of this away. I really don't want this melting and thawing into the coop. There is a bit of a trench over here, guys, but I definitely need to move the peak of this off and down a couple feet. Well guys, Ranger and I, we just got back from our journey down the valley. Hey, what you doing? We went to go fiddle with a few things on the van. We got some power steering fluid for the van. There's obviously another issue there because it looks like the power steering fluid is leaking out from somewhere. I can't quite determine where it is. There's a good drip after filling the reservoir up. There's clearly a leak somewhere. So, you know, I was hoping that I'd be able to drive that van out of here, but that's not the case. But there's good news, guys. I was very fortunate, and let's just say blessed, to receive a care package, shall we call it. And Ranger's even excited. Look at that. It even has a bow tie, a ribbon on it, guys. A bow tie. Yeah, we've got a box full of food over there, and I heard that there's some cookies in there, so it's probably what Ranger's checking out right now. So thank you to you know, those folks who put that together. I don't know, you might even be watching the stream, maybe. Thank you guys for delivering that. Super thankful. You have no idea. So yeah, we're gonna haul that up the mountain now. We can't get the sled up to the cabin. We're still on foot. I tried to get the sled up a couple days ago and was just hitting too many rocks and kicking up dirt on a couple of the sections. So we're still hoofing it on foot. But oh yeah, Ranger, what's in there? Is there something delicious? Ranger knows there's something nice in there. Anyways, we'll get going, guys. Cheers. Oh yeah, he wants in. Hey, hey, not yet, save yourself. he's about as hungry for treats as I am, guys. Hey, get out of there. Okay, let's get up the mountain. Well folks, I knew we wouldn't get too far before I felt the need to tuck into whatever is in that box, and well, you can see how far I got. And we're already tucking into the supplied treats. Some kind of cookie with nuts and I think cranberries. Ranger's still trying to get in. Okay, Ranger, yeah, buddy. Let's give Ranger some. I feel bad if I just eat it. Oh, you better eat that. Oh yeah, that's good. So Ranger's enjoying the treats. I am. I feel like I needed a little extra oomph to get up the mountain today. I can't wait to see what else is in there. I just lifted the lid slightly and these were at the top, so that's what I got. Ranger approves too. So good. Well guys, I hate to report this, but we didn't get very far. We're on like cookie station number 2. Brutal. What a brutal day. I really hope that I don't finish all these cookies by the time I get home. That would be a real tragedy, guys. Okay, Ranger. Yeah. Feel real guilty just eating these myself and not giving him a little bit, so it's a special day, guys. Special day. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I received a care package today, and let's just say there were cookies in that package and some fruit. So after eating a bag of cookies and eating 2 apples all in one sitting, I'm feeling a little jazzed, to say the least. So come on, Ranger, should we do this? Should we do this? So yeah, we're halfway through a workout. I'm not really the workout guy, but you know, any of you old farts out there sitting on the couch watching your sports ball, wondering why you know, life doesn't feel so great anymore, well, you can come out here and you know, not cheer, but get outside and do something. Get that body moving. You'll feel a lot better, right, Ranger? Ranger agrees. Okay, ready? Oh, let's go. Oh, bad one. There we go. Now we're in the groove. Oh yeah. We're just warming up now. It's a great all body, guys. We're not just working arms, we're working everything. Come on, doggo. Out of the way. Buddy, I'm gonna knock you on the head. Yeah. Yeah. We do a few of these, and then we go for a run. Just a short one, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. I think we're done. Are you guys still sitting in front of the TV, watching your sports ball? Yeah. Click, click, click. Good luck with that. Have a good one. Cheers. Yeah! Oh yeah, you ladies know what that means. When the pot's on the fire, the OGW is getting clean. Okay, that was cheesy. I need to come up with a better line. I don't know, any suggestions? Hey, I got a great idea. Today I got 3 eggs, by the way. Let's do our early evening check. Just dawned on me. Let's see if we can maybe have a 4th egg today, guys. It's been going really good lately. The girls have definitely picked up on the duties. Hello, ladies. It's pretty dark in here, guys. Oh, this camera doesn't do too bad of a job in the dark, but let's see. Yeah, got any more eggs, ladies? Oh, no. Sorry. Okay, well, 3 eggs are good. There's a while there where, you know, I was getting 1 every couple days. On the odd occasion 2. Then, you know, 2 or 3 days would go by, nothing, but we're cooking now. I should probably get that before it falls down the back of a jacket. Knowing my luck, I'll get a load of it down the neck. Anyways, well, that was a fun little afternoon. Definitely feeling energized after my cookies. Actually, I had half a bag of cookies, homemade cookies. I'm not sure what they're called. They're delicious. Half a bag, and then I had 2 apples, and then there was a fresh baked loaf of homemade bread. I ate a quarter of that loaf, and it's a big loaf. And I also received butter, so I just put gobs of butter on a quarter of that loaf and ate it, multiple slices of it, and then I was feeling pretty zippy afterwards. Whew. So this is what happens when I get food in me, you know. I get all you know, electrified. Oh, look at the moon. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, we're coming up onto full moon. We've got to get out and do some camping, guys. I've been meaning to get out there, and just the truck and the van has just consumed a bit of my headspace, and then of course the shock going on the snowmobile has put a damper on my getting up into the mountains. You know, I've since discovered if I just drive it like an old fart, you know, and just be, you know, very careful about my snowmobiling and route choice, I can still get around in it. So, but I can't be as adventurous. I was really planning on tearing up these mountains, guys, but yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to shut up now and just enjoy this final bit of sugar rush I have before I shower, and then retire. I think I'm going to have to edit some video tonight. Tomorrow is Saturday, and hopefully have something together for you guys. Cheers. I pulled out the old earphones here, and I'm just jamming out to old Ramstein radio. And well, it is a streaming day, and I was kind of getting ready for the stream. I still have some video to edit, and I realized I can't find my batteries for the camera and my little battery charger. So right now I just have one battery that's half full, and so I stripped the cabin bare pretty much, looking for the batteries and the battery charger. No luck. So there's only one other place it could be, is down at the pickup truck. It's the last time I actually remember having it, so when I was replacing the spark plugs. So whoops, we need to find it. You know, one battery and no charger is not good, not for capturing video. So we're doing a quicker run down the mountain. I know we're jamming. Actually, while I was looking for the batteries, I found this old headset of mine. We got a charge on it, so we're gonna tear down the mountain while we jam out to some Rammstein. It's the only full album I had on my phone. So I'm feeling once again all jazzed. Must be all the cookies I've been eating in the last 28 hours. Look, I'm skipping down here like a 20-year-old. Okay, time to get serious. Find these batteries. Yeah. You guys are not, you're not gonna believe it. I left the keys for the snowmobile up at the cabin. Lordy, suddenly all that energy I had is being tapped out. Oh well, up we go. I must contain myself. Does this headset and the beanie make my head look big? I hope not. Come here, buddy. Come. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Look at him. Okay. That's a good run. Well, no luck. No extra camera batteries, no charger. I can only hope it shows up. A little unfortunate because I had planned to head out and get some snow camping in, and well, might just have to do it the old-fashioned way and not worry about filming it or getting very little to nothing. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyways, let's get up here, get editing on this video. We'll see you guys soon. And we're back. I think we're back. Yeah, well, that's it. Let me know if audio is good in chat, folks. Can you hear me? I assume you can. Everything looks good on my side, but you never know. Ranger's right here attached to my hip at the moment. Well, good news, I didn't screw up my editing today, even though it was done in a rush. There didn't seem to be any weirdness that I left for you guys to discover. What have we got in chat here? I think I was pretty much caught up to what you guys were saying. Yeah, I mean, I don't really use my phone for audio, Kevin, and it just so happened that the only bit of music I had on my phone, which was downloaded probably about 5 years ago, was a Rammstein album, so that's what I was listening to. Yeah, Juice Master, yes, I love sledding with dog. Yeah, Ranger loves it too, you know. As I've said before, he likes to be worked. He needs to be worked, and that's it's a great way to get him tuckered out. He has started recently at low speed. He tries to, you know, bite the sled, the handle on the front of the skis, which is a little annoying. Why do you start this when I start talking? You're such an attention hog. Buddy, sit down. Sit. Stay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he started to, like, you know, if I'm going slow enough, he tries to bite the tip of the ski, which is a bit annoying. He started to do that in the tires on the quad as well. But you know, I guess it's just his thing. I try to you know, discourage it, but yeah. Yes, some dogs, that's just what they like to do, you know, go for tires or bite like that, whatever vehicle it is. I did drive over a Ranger last year. He came running up a bank. I was in the pickup truck, and he just popped up in the bank, and there's a good thud, several thuds underneath the pickup truck, and he popped out in the back, and yeah, he was limping for a couple months. I did get him to the vet, and there's nothing super obvious, but he was limping for a long time afterwards. I had to carry him in and out of the cabin and up and down the stairs. But he seems to have recovered. So, anyways, you think he would have learned his lesson being around a moving vehicle, but no. Whispering Vine Studio, yeah, nice videos. Thank you. Yeah, I know it was quite a mishmash. It seems like all these videos follow a similar theme, me hauling something up or down a mountain. Hopefully it's not getting too redundant for you guys. Yeah, so Joni, all is great. He is jealous. My dog does the same. Annoying, but whatever. Yeah. I try to give him a good few smacks if I can when he does that, but it doesn't seem to sink in. Yeah, so as you saw on the end of that video there, I've somehow misplaced my extra batteries. I had 3 batteries for the camera, and I only have the one that's in there. And I tore this cabin apart looking for the battery charger and the 2 batteries. It actually, the 2 batteries and the charger is like one unit. You slide the batteries in the unit and charge the whole thing. It's very handy. It's got a little snapshot lid. So I don't know what's happened to it, if I dropped it out of the backpack, but yeah, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem just trying to get all this film done with one battery. So I don't know. See what happens. Hopefully it pops up. But today I went through the cabin pretty thoroughly. I treated each 4 square foot. I would rip apart 4 by 4 foot area and nothing, and then go to the next area and just rip through everything. And I made my way through the entire cabin and just couldn't find anything. So yeah. Mysteries, Juice Master, my dog does that, gotcha. Mr. Gas, do you use snowshoes? I haven't, it's just not deep enough. I have a real nice pair. There's only 1 year that I've been up here that I needed to put on snowshoes. I actually have some cross-country skis too. I might take those out here soon. But yeah, it's just not deep enough, in order for snowshoes really to matter or to count, you need to be at close to knee height in snow, somewhere between the knee and the top of the shin. I just find it's easier to walk, especially when you're doing inclines, when you're on a mountain. It's easier to be in knee high snow just in boots than it is to be on snowshoes. I mean, if you're doing long tracks and you're dealing with thigh-high snow, snowshoes are great, but I just find it faster, even if it's shin-high, just to not use snowshoes, at least on this terrain. So yeah, it was only 1 year where they came in handy, where we had a good snow event, but otherwise they just sit hanging up on the wall. And yeah. Joni, how about a backpack charger? Could be in coat pocket. Yeah, I checked backpack. That was one of the first things I checked, because that's part of my body. It's always on me when I'm moving. I checked my vest, my chest rig that I always have on, or quite often have on, and my backpack, and all my coats. So it's kind of frustrating. It's a very small space to lose stuff in, so I'm a little concerned that it may have slid out of my backpack. I do traverse between, getting on the snowmobile, getting off the snowmobile. Often I'm opening the backpack, pull gloves in, or put gloves in, or pull a hoodie out. Or sometimes I take a jacket off when I do the hike up here after snowmobiling. I'll take that outer layer off, put it in the backpack, so I don't overheat myself once I start hiking on foot. So there's a lot of in and out of backpacks. I'm a little concerned about it. It may have slid out of a pocket and in the snow. So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there's a long one, guys. And so I don't know, going ahead here, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Now, the pickup truck, I think the next thing I'm going to probably be looking at is the rotator cap. That's an area The funds aren't there to do anything, but I may try and take it apart and get a look at it. And I mean, if I see something obvious there, I'll just have to wait till the funds are in to work on that. But it's really having thrown money at the starter motor and then at the spark plugs, which weren't that expensive, but it kind of, that was it. So I can just tinker with a few things. Like I say, the rotator cap would be next. Drain the fuel lines. I did take the fuel lines off where the pump is, and drain what was in the filter in the fuel pump area out. Put it all back together. I didn't see anything obvious like water. It's hard to tell, but I drained a significant amount of fuel. So the next thing would be the rotator cap for me. Also, should probably do a little more research on wiring. Somebody reached out to me via email who gave me some good ideas. Look at some wiring. Critters, as much as they get into things, they also have the habit of chewing wires. And I need to really, that's probably one of the next things I can do, is just start fiddling with wires. Maybe get some good diagrams off the internet and dig in there. Like I said, I'm not a big, auto mechanical and electrical is not my strong points. It's not my A game. It's like a D game. So I got to learn as I go along here. I can't look at an engine motor and tell you exactly what every wire is doing. I mean, I know the basics, so there's a lot of fiddling around that I have to do. Mr. Gas, maybe you'll find it after the spring melt. Yeah, we shall see. I don't think batteries will be working after a spring melt, sitting in the snow. Have any of the wires in the truck been chewed by mice or squirrels? Yeah, whispering vines. That'll be my next charge here. Wiring, getting closer into the wiring. And like I say, the rotator cap. I might start with the wiring and then move on to the rotator cap module, take that all apart and just see if there's something going on in there. This is a slightly different one. I have replaced the rotator cap and assembly before in a much older truck. It was slightly different, but that's the only thing that I can do. Like I say, checking wires and then maybe take that apart. Yeah. Juice Master, any thoughts on South Africa and what's happening there? Juice Master, I don't. I've been out of South Africa for so long. I left when I was 12, and I went back as a young adult for 4 years. So, besides having some family there, I don't really have strong ties, emotional ties to South Africa. Despite despite the accent, I've been out of South Africa longer than I have actually been in South Africa. But I know what's kind of going on there. It was inevitable that would happen. Everybody knew that from the get-go when the change took place. When was that? 2000, 1999? Was it somewhere around there? 1999 or 97? Everybody knew what the eventual outcome would be. Nobody could tell you exactly when, but it was a case of not if, but when things would turn. And I think that's what we're seeing now. There were a lot of professionals and people who could, left South Africa. They had the foresight to do so. They were fortunate, but not everybody was able to leave. I mean, violent crime is pretty high in South Africa. I mean, all my family members have either been attacked at some point, carjacking, You know, my parents had their, you know, they were farming and they were broken into and sort of attacked in the inside of their house. Fortunately, they were lucky. We had neighbors, elderly neighbors, farmers who had farmed for many generations that were brutally, these are our neighbors, brutally murdered, and you know, people in their 80s that were, you know, brutally murdered and raped. Pretty sick stuff. So we all knew it was a matter of time. You know, violent crime is an everyday thing in Southern Africa. Yep. Sorry, I carried on a little bit too long on that one, Juice Master. Hopefully that kind of let you know where I'm on that. Where were we? Oscars, I think I remember you being in the area early in your life. Yeah, all right. Joni, good night all. See you in a week. Hey, Joni, cheers. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. Hopefully your pizza was good. Homemade pizza is usually pretty good. Yeah, Whistling Vines Studio, you got it. Juice Master, mid-90s. Damn, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember, you know, the early years arriving in the States. I mean, I was in my late teens the first time I got here, and it always amazed me how, particularly in small towns, you know, you could leave your home with your front door unlocked. You know, you could park your car in most medium-sized towns, smaller cities, or I'd say towns and small towns in the States. You could park your car and run into a store and, you know, not fret about locking it. And that sort of stuff always boggled my mind, coming from a, you know, a society that you were always watching. You're always watching your back, watching when you parked at night, you know, who's around the vehicle, locking doors. Most folks in South Africa, you know, I grew up with, everybody grows up with a fence and barbed wire fence, high concrete walls, security cameras, security lights, dogs that are, you know, not friendly. When you grow up in a society like that and then you come out to small rural USA and everybody's, you know, not hyper vigilant. It was quite amazing, and so you guys have been lucky for a long time, and you know that's starting to change even here. So yeah. Anyways, we're going into some murky topics. Yeah, guys. So, any more questions on what you saw? You know, it's a little more of what you've been seeing for weeks now. What was I saying? I'm not sure where I'm going to go with the pickup truck, and you know, I have the van now. I feel like the issue with the pickup truck is probably more substantial than what it is with the van. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but it appears there's a leak, a power steering fluid leak on the van, on the Astro van. So, you know, that's another thing. I may go down there again and look at that next and see if there's something obvious like a cracked hose. You know, maybe something over winter and over the freeze is kind of obvious. So I'm going to try and, you know, follow that pipe. Is the Astro vans, the, you know, that motor is right up in the front and there's really not a lot of access. So for me, being an amateur, less than an amateur mechanic, really hard for me to get in there and identify hoses and where they may be going. I need to get some reference material online before I go and, you know, dig things. So that's probably the next plan. I might change focus to the Astrovan. You know, at least that starts and it looks like there's an obvious leak. So the only way I spotted the leak was crawling underneath the van and actually, you know, doing this, and I could see, you know, just a good solid drip line coming down as I got underneath there of black, oily something coming from not an oil leak further up. So I'm assuming it's hydraulic fluid. It's hard to tell because it was black. There's so much oil and dirt on the underside there. It's quite easily, even though it's black, it's still power steering fluid. Anyways, sure you guys are getting tired about my my vehicle issues. Guys, I am going to drop a link in here if any of you guys are inclined to perhaps help out, support the channel, support me. You can use that link over there. It's essentially a link to PayPal that'll allow you to help out if you can. There's also memberships to the channel, guys. Couple bucks a month will get you a membership, and I do get some video out that isn't for the general public, small short clips. I need to do a little bit better job there, but that'll happen. But if you guys are at all inclined to help out, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, work's been lean. Well, I haven't had work for a long time, and been a little bit of a struggle fest. So there you go. I'll shut up now. Some of you guys have helped out already. It was really thanks to some of the support that I got from you guys over the last couple of streams, that I was even able to pick up food for Ranger and the chickens, the bag of chicken feed, and well, you didn't see it in the clip, but the feed I got for the quail as well. There were 2 bags I brought up. The quail food was the only reason why I got that was because of you guys. You know who you are. You did throw a little support my way, guys. So I appreciate that. Anyways, guys. Yeah, if there's no more questions or anything you want to chat about, I'm not gonna bore you guys with my spiel. I think a lot has been said already. So, if you got any questions, now's the time. Tomorrow, I know for some of you it's the big, I think it's the Super Bowl thingamajig tomorrow, right, guys? I don't know who's playing, the Miami Manatees and the Seattle He-She's. About as much as I know about football, guys. Now, if you were talking rugby, back in the day, I played quite a bit of rugby, and I can speak on that topic. But once I got to the States, I've just always sort of been taken up with other pursuits. I didn't really grow up with football or anything like that, so I don't have a problem with it at all. But it's just not in my sphere of, Yeah. So I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. Probably head down the mountain and fiddle with the Astrovan a bit. Take some paper towel down there so I can get my hands dirty and dig underneath there. I'll take a headlamp and see if I can not find something obvious. I'm really hoping it's just a hose that I can replace, because everything else seems to be running okayish on that Astrovan right now. With the exception of the loss of power fluid there after putting it in. So hopefully it's just a cracked hose or something, and that'll be a little bit easier than throwing more money I don't have at the pickup truck. Whispering Vines Studio. I had work this week, so I donated a little. Whispering Vines, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate. It doesn't come easy to me to shill this way, but like kind of limited with options right now, guys. So hopefully you get some kind of entertainment value out of this. I know we're not doing anything special here, but I know there are a lot of folks out there. Some do reach out to me via email. Over the years, I've had people reach out and just tell me that some of the stuff I did, particularly in the early years with building the log cabin, kind of set some other folks and young couples, push them to work towards that as well, and to do that. So Yeah, that's all I wish, for some folks to perhaps see there's another way to do this other than live in a city, and stare at concrete walls, wondering why nothing feels natural anymore. Um, you know, there's all kinds of ways to do this. Obviously, I took the most difficult route. It's off-gridding the poor man's way. Some folks can come out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on solar systems and all sorts of things, and more power to them. But you know, for me, it's just been baby steps and keeping it as simple as possible. So a lot of folks out there that can't throw hundreds of thousands of dollars at an off-grid property, and but I guess I just want to show that there is a way still to go out and live in a way that just seems a little more fulfilling, a little more natural. I would say a little more normal. I don't consider city living, normal at all. I did it for a long time, large city, um, and it always felt a little unnatural to me. But yeah, that's just my story. Juice Master, no offense to those who do care about it. Oh, we're talking about football. Brother, take care, and I hope next time I'll be able to help a little. Mr. Gas. Hey, thank you, sir. Just hanging out, being here. It's good to see names that I know come back. So I appreciate it, man. You have a good one. Have a good Sunday. Whatever you guys may be doing, whether it's football or not, have a good one, mate. Thank you. Yeah. Did I miss any chats over here? No. Nothing. Nothing new. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, just tinker with the Astrovan a little more. And yeah, I was really hoping, we have a full moon that's going to be coming out here shortly. And I'd planned to get out and do some camping. So hopefully we can figure out the battery thing. Hopefully it pops up somewhere. I got a bad feeling about it, but I know that heading out overnight and expecting to get any footage on one battery is not a reality. For some reason, when it's ice cold, these little action cams blow through battery juice pretty quick. So I don't know what we'll be doing for video footage on just one battery. It'll be a challenge. Kevin, that's what I enjoy. You do the expensive way and get by. Yeah. By that you mean the struggle fest way. Yeah. I think I've said this before, guys. You've probably heard me, or may have heard me say, I'm like the old Catholic monks who used to, beat themselves with a stick or some, lash themselves for punishment, for good times. That's how we do it up here. There's I've just resigned myself. A lot of over the years, I often get comments like, "Oh, you should get a this, or you should get a that, or you need a bigger ATV, and you should get a trailer, and just install this, or dig, dig a cold storage, and I appreciate a lot of the advice or suggestions, but when you're working on a zero to no budget all the time, you just get into the mindset of doing these workarounds. And I've accepted over the years that there's going to, many of these routes, the workarounds are just physically more demanding, and will more than likely cause a little bit of well, I shouldn't say discomfort, but will just cause be a little more challenging. And I think over the years, I've just, I won't say resigned myself, but I just accept it as part of the day. It is what it is. It's like, I'm sure I could install and just invest money, or could have invested a lot of money now with a fancier hot water system and all sorts of things. But all the things cost money. And then there's the maintenance factor. And then there's the systems around it and the structures, the enclosures to keep pipes from freezing. And I've just got to a point where it's not that much of a big deal for me to go out, collect snow, and, you know, melt snow for a shower. You know, it may take a couple hours for me to get from walking outside, collecting snow, to standing underneath the hot water. It might take 2 hours, but, you know, once you just flip the switch and accept it as this is the routine. Quite often on these things that people would find annoying or too tough or to deal with, for me it's just like going on. It's just something I do. I got to flip the light switch and the light comes on. Well, I've got to do all of that just to have a shower. I'm probably rambling on a little bit, but it's very much a mental switch one has to make, and that does take practice. It takes practice to get into a mindset of I'm going to accept that I have to do this. That's why not everybody who comes out and tries this off-grid lifestyle, are successful. I've said this before. I've seen couples. This isn't my first rodeo or my first state living out in the boonies and doing stuff, but I've seen young couples come and go. You know, I call them the Instagram couples who, you know, look at a lot of cute cabins and A-frame structures and container homes on Instagram, and you know, they rush out and buy this little property with dreams of gardening and having this cute little A-frame, and the first reality of, you know, a harsh winter, freezing water, you know, kids uncomfortable. Quite often they last 1 or 2 seasons and that property goes up for sale and they're gone. So there's a certain type of mindset and character that can settle into this sort of environment and thrive in it. It does take a little bit of grit. Sometimes grit isn't something that comes naturally to many folks. I think grit is one of those things there has to be something within you, something within your character that allows you to, you know, have some grit towards this type of lifestyle. I think grit is one of those things you either have or you don't. It's one of the harder things to learn. Wow, I feel like I'm really carrying on here, guys. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know. Am I just rambling here, or am I just talking to a mic? No offense. Okay, that we got that one. Brother, take care. We got that one. Got that one, Mr. Gas. What type battery do you use? Sorry, Mr. Gas. Were you gonna head out? I missed that. What type of battery do you use? Are we talking about for in-house? For my lights and so on? I'm actually just using my solar generators. It's the same 2 solar generators that I've had for 4 years, 5 years. And I either charge them with the generator or I charge them with my solar panels. Yeah. You rambling is why why you're here. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Gas. I don't know if you left, but yeah, the solar generators are what I use. The Bluetti EB150 and forget what the other one is. Hang on a sec. If you guys, if those who are still here and watching, I don't know if you've seen some of my earlier videos that I did a few years ago, but this is one of the solar generators that I use. This is actually my least favorite. I would say the Bluetti has been far more reliable than this. This is an EcoFlow. This thing is loud. When you charge it, especially with a generator, it literally takes like 800 watts 1,000 watts. I've seen it sucking in 1,000 watts to charge it. I mean, it's a high speed charge on this. It charges in like half the time as the Blue Yeti, but the Blue Yeti will last much longer than this EcoFlow Delta. And both of the two that I'm talking about, guys, are older models. The Blue Yeti has come out with some pretty fancy models recently. I think is it Little Griff? I don't know if he's still here, but if he is, I think he may have the newer Blue Yeti. Sorry, not the EcoFlow. He has a newer Blue Yeti. I think I saw that on his channel. You know, big guy. And I literally run, my entire life runs on these two units. I actually have some nice AGM batteries that I've had for almost 2 years now, and I don't use them. Yeah. They're the Renogy AGM batteries designed for solar panels, small solar system. 3 of them, I think they're 100 amp batteries. They just sit there. Okay, where were we? While we're here, okay, yeah, I got you, Juice Master. Whispering Vine Studio, it does make sense. I think you have to be someone that likes chores and gets satisfaction doing it yourself. Yes, you're right. If you're a lazy person, and this is kind of obvious, I know everybody, I think 99.9% of everybody that watches and interacts on this channel, you know, we're all grown adults. And I think we all understand that, yeah, you know, a lazy person is not going to cut it up here. And yes, you're right, Whispering Vines, there you have to be able to get some kind of enjoyment out of the grind. I'm sure by now you guys might even be a little sick of me always, you know, having clips of me hauling stuff up and down the mountain. But a lot of my life up here, because I am a guy who lives in a mountain, a lot of everything I do revolves up or down, up or down, up or down. And if I was somebody who couldn't handle that sort of grind regularly, it would be rough. So it's not only can I, you know, handle it, but I kind of turn it into a game. You know, I have to accept it as it's just a game. You know, I have fun while I do it. I'm not in a rush that I used to be. You know, I'll take moments where I just pause and I look at the sunset or the sunrise, or I might watch some birds overhead as I, you know, take a breather. And the whole thing, the chore has just become something that I get some enjoyment out of. You know, I might take it as a physical challenge sometimes. Sometimes I say to myself, let's see, a common game I actually play when I'm hauling containers, whether it be fuel containers or water. I know exactly how many stops I typically make, my little, let's call them rest spots. And sometimes if I'm feeling good, I will see, I wonder if I can not stop at rest point number 3. Let's see if I can go from 2 to 4 without the rest spot 3. And so I play these little games, little challenges, even with a chore that is a grind and physically difficult. I'll turn it into a game and make fun of it, or make it fun. You got to kind of think this way in order to make this routine and palatable on a regular basis. If you can't do that, it would be really difficult. Okay, Ranger, stop, buddy, stop. Hey, you know. Okay, Mr. Gas, the one that you lost. Sorry for not being clear. Oh, sorry, yeah, Mr. Gas. Yeah, I just hang on a sec there. I actually, if anybody, boy, now I'm really shilling. Guys, hang on a sec. Where were we? Sorry, guys. I'm gonna put out a link there to the little battery Yeah, it's like 28 bucks. I know it's not a lot, but yeah, it's just not something that I can prioritize right now for the camera. But I've dropped a link here, guys. Again, and just it's an Amazon link to the battery that it is. It's a DJI Osmo 4 Pro battery. That link will get you an Amazon link to the battery if anybody wants to help out with that. And a couple batteries would be great. Anyways, yeah, sorry, Mr. Gas. I was going off on one of my little, you know, one of my little brain farts there. I missed your message. David Baez, California, and yeah, greetings. Well, David, greetings to you, sir. Welcome. You're kind of at the end of the stream. There is a video in the stream about 55 minutes long that you can see what I get up to up in a mountain living off grid. But hey, welcome. Kevin, that is showing your reality. The reality of just the mindset required to be up here. Tomahawk just got back on here. We lost power a while due to the storm. Oh, really? Sorry, Tomahawk. You've probably told me at some point. Whereabouts are you, more or less? You don't have to be specific. Yeah, we've been lucky so far, guys, with storms over here. I can tell you that my first year up here, and the first year I had a snowmobile, I was actually working. I had a 60-mile commute every day. Well, it was a little more than that. It was about like 64 miles every day. I used to drive, get from the cabin to work and back. And of course, I was using a snowmobile. I'd get going I'd wake up at 4:30 a.m. to get down the mountain to get into town by 8 o'clock to start work. And then, of course, in winter it gets dark. When you finish work, it's dark, and then I'd travel home on the snowy roads, get on the snowmobile. It would be pitch dark. Ranger was still a puppy, and we'd get up the mountain. But that first year, we had a lot of snowstorms. So even though I got home, there were many nights I got on the snowmobile and started heading up the roadways and forestry ways up here. And I'd encounter downed trees, big guys, old growth trees just across the roadway, blocking even a snowmobile. So I always had the chainsaw with me. And that first year, man, there was one day I had to cut, I think my record may have been 4 trees, 2 in the morning, 5:30 a.m. It's pitch dark, it's icy, and you're having to cut big trees and then move them out of the way so you could get through the snowmobile. I think 4, it might even be 5 trees in one day. But this year's been pretty good with storms, no winds, nothing. Oh, we've had some breezes where I've seen some branches moving, but nothing crazy. Upstate New York. All right. Yeah, what's the temperature for you guys, Tomahawk? Are you down in the teens? Have you seen a lot of single digits at all? I actually have a lifelong friend of mine who lives on Long Island. I've known her since I was 13, from my Caribbean days, and we've stayed in contact over the years. But she's in Long Island, and so every now and again, I get a bit of news about winters up there. Actually, my first trip to the United States, I think I was 17, and I was living and working down in the Caribbean. And I for the first time ever, I flew to New York, the first time ever in the States, flew to New York. I believe it was winter because there's snow out in the ground. And I arrived here as, I don't know, 16, 17-year-old young man with pretty much a pair of jeans and a suitcase, a backpack full of short pants and T-shirts. That was my first introduction to, the North American winter climates. Yeah, that was fun. I think I had to go and do some shopping. We might have had to go to a mall and get some warm clothing, or maybe an older brother loaned me some clothing, but my Caribbean t-shirts and short shorts were not quite adequate for a New York winter. Juice Master, I tried to shoot you a little on PayPal, but I've never done it before, so if it didn't work, I'll try again. Cheers, brother. Juice Master, thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm sure it went through. It's pretty simple. If you don't have PayPal, you can just use a debit card, and it's a pretty good. It's been a pretty good service over the years. I've been on PayPal for many years, not necessarily with doing this, but I appreciate it, Juice Master. Really. Thank you. Okay, Whispering Vines Studio. Must go tonight. Good night, all. Hey, Whispering Vines, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming by and being a regular. Thank you, and stay warm down there. Kevin, good night. Okay, he's got that one. Tomahawk. Right now we get below zero, and also 2 Great Lakes give us a lake effect snow. Okay, well you said upstate New York. I know upstate New York is not quite New York City. I'm well aware of that, but yeah, I did. I had the opportunity also several years after my first visit to New York City. I actually went. I was on a large yacht, private yacht, and we went up the Hudson River, and went past. I forget the big naval academy they have way up in the Hudson there. I don't know, it's the big naval academy university up there. That was quite impressive because we were kind of cruising up the river, taking in all the scenery. It was a very interesting trip. Yeah, we stayed at I forget, North Cove Marina, and these are the two big marinas that, well, they were at the base of the World Trade Centers, and you'd basically be you'd be sitting on the yacht looking up to the World Trade Centers. We were like right there. It was quite impressive. West Point, yeah, you got it. Yep. Yeah, actually, an interesting story, guys. On September the 11th, that fateful day, I'd actually been up in Rhode Island, and we were that morning getting ready to cast the lines off and start heading back down to Florida. And I was on a 160-foot private yacht, and we're casting off the lines at the marina in Rhode Island, and one of the dock hands came running down the dock saying a plane just flew into the World Trade Centers. And we were like, no ways. We were literally casting the lines off the dock. So once we got out of Rhode Island and started heading down the coast, because it's really not a far hop from, once you get out of Rhode Island and sort of get offshore, New York is just kind of down there. And we could see the plumes it didn't take long when we could see the skyline, but we could see the plumes even before we saw the skyline. And so I was actually heading down the coastline. We were off New York City that day. And I remember the Coast Guard put out an all clear area alert where all vessels, all the cargo ships, anything trafficking off the coast had to stay. I can't remember what it was, 15 or 20 miles off of New York. So everybody got redirected, and when we had to move out as well, because when you're heading down the coastline, you typically only like 10, 15 miles off the coastline anyway. So we had to divert, but we had New York City and the skyline right there on our right as we're heading down, and I could see the plumes of black smoke coming off the buildings. I was like, I know it was a lot worse for people in the city, but just witnessing that sitting on a boat just off the coast of the city, looking at that was pretty crazy. Of course, we had satellite television on, and so we all tuned in at the same time, and it was pretty wild. Yeah, I'll never forget that day. I must say, that was the one time, I think it may have been the last time, where as somebody who's still fairly new to the States, I mean, at that point, I'd already been out here a few years, but it was amazing to see how, every single American sort of galvanized, came together after that. There were no questions. In the early months, there was no questions. I remember seeing everybody was flying flags. There were people on the side of the roads. Everybody was, unified and one. And it was powerful as a foreigner at that time to be in that mix and see everybody, this great country come together as one. And I don't want to get into politics at all, but I haven't seen that for a long time. It's been so divergent and for so long now. But as tragic as that time was, this country was pretty unified at the time. Of course, a lot of information has come out, and there's various angles there, but it was a beautiful thing to see a nation together and united that way. As a foreigner at the time, Yeah. Oh, we're covering the topics today, gents. I don't know, does anybody have anything to say on that? Now, where were you, Tomahawk? Were you in upstate at that time? Yeah, I got a lot of I've had a few interesting events traveling down the U.S. coast, East Coast. There was one time we were out at sea and we got hit by lightning. Top of the yacht got hit by lightning, and we lost all power, and it was in storm conditions. And that was interesting. Losing power steering, losing every single light, everything's pitch dark. And we were kind of approaching Baltimore, which is very much a heavily trafficked area. And so to be out there off of Baltimore in a storm with no lights, no radar, no generators, no engines, it was interesting. Kevin, enjoyed show. Unfortunately, I need to go. I'll try catching up next week. Good night, Warrior, and everybody. Hey, Kevin, thanks, mate. Good to see you here again. I appreciate your help and being a regular, sir. Thank you. Have a good one, mate. Painting a house, and everyone on my crew had their beepers going off because they were all in the Army Reserve. And they all had to leave to report for duty to go to NYC. Yeah, mate. I know that feeling. All call. Time to boogie. Yeah. Juice Master, I'd comment on the 911 stuff, but nah. Don't want your channel to get hit. Yeah, Juice Master, I try to keep it basic here. There's a lot of places. I mean, I have a lot of opinions, but if I want to exist on mainstream, we just got to, toe the line. I had this chat with someone a while back because, I went off YouTube for some time because of, certain reasons, and I eventually came to the understanding that, what, Ranger? You want to go outside? Hang on, guys. I got to let Doug go out. Come on. You want to go out? Come on, buddy. You want to go out? No? You going to stare at me? Whine? Okay. Okay, there he is. Are you going to do the show again? No. Where was I, guys? Yeah, Juice Master. I had this conversation on, do I want to be part of something that I disagree with? But fact of the matter is, whether you an employee at a company, working for a boss or a CEO, you may not like every single decision, but in order to move forward and function, sometimes you just have to toe the line and keep your mouth shut and find the right venue to discuss with like-minded people. You have to do this in real life no matter where you go. There's certain ways one has to behave in public. Ideally, when you're a grown adult, you accept these things. So I just look at it as I'm in this office right now, this building, and there's a certain expectation, and I just convince myself that I'm just going to toe the line while I'm in this building, but I can go elsewhere and have all sorts of discussions. So I don't know, Juice Master, hopefully that makes sense to you, but I appreciate it. Where were we? Juice Master, okay, Tomahawk, me too. I had retired from the army 2 years prior. Right. Tomahawk, Ranger's a great name for your dog. Yeah, well, I have one or two mates over the years that, were solid individuals who are Ranger, and they were good guys. So that's Ranger's name is a take on the U.S. Rangers. Yeah. Juice Master, well said. Yeah. Yeah, Juice Master. Like I said, I did leave for a few years because I didn't like the way people were having to monitor everything they said. But that's how I justified it on the end. It's just there's certain areas we have to behave in certain ways. So it's like going into the office. I'm gonna say yes sir, no sir, and then I'm gonna go out and hang out with my buds in the places we hang out and discuss these things. Okay. Anyways, Tomahawk, yeah. How long were you in for, Tomahawk? If you don't mind me asking. I'm not sure, Tomahawk. These are guys I worked with many years ago at two different times. I don't recall. I think all you guys go through pretty much the same training centers, right? Is there one down in the south somewhere? Is it Carolina? What's the big one for you guys where you do all your basic Ranger stuff? You all go through the same stuff pretty much. What, buddy? Are we back to I'm talking to somebody and you've got to be part of the action? What? Anyways. 3 years under Reagan, then got recalled for another 3 under Clinton. Okay, wow. Yeah, those are two very different gentlemen. Benning, yeah, that's right. I've kind of lost track of the years. Is it still Benning, or did they change the name? A little bit of craziness there the last few years with changing names. Juice Master, your dog is awesome, mate. He has his pros and cons, sir. Pros and cons. Yeah, he's a hound, so it's all it's all nose. Once the nose gets locked in, Juice Master, there's like no calling back. Anyways, Yeah, so drop down with viewers. There's 8 folks out still watching, guys. 166 views and 8 sets of eyeballs. And only 2 guys chatting. There's some lurkers out there, aren't there? Yeah, it's okay. I see you. Not really, but maybe someday you'll come in and introduce yourself and chat. It's okay, I like to, sometimes it's appropriate to be on the outskirts, folks. It's like sometimes if you want to stay safe, you don't want to get in the middle of the sheep. Sometimes it's good to be, actually it's a reversal of that. Sometimes it's good to be in the group and let the sheep on the outskirts get picked off first. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Been a while. Nicaragua under Reagan, yeah. Bosnia, Serbia, huh? Yeah. Well, that was an unfortunate mess. Maybe not so much for you guys, but was for some other people. Did you get your card in the mail yet? Hey, Tomahawk, I actually haven't been into town. I know this video might have been confusing. A lot of what happened, was it once or twice I've been into town, was before you had even sent a card. This is some of that footage is almost 3.5 weeks old. So yeah, I haven't gone to town yet. I don't know. I might get desperate here and have to take my bicycle, ride my bicycle in the snow for 32 miles or whatever it is. But, yeah, I'll figure something out here. Yeah. I've got to, we're getting to that point where I start thinking about, well, dog food, there's the internet, Starlink is the one I start to panic about as we get towards the end of that, and then of course generator fuel, but I do need to get into Tanya. Where were we? 3 guys chatting. Fort Benning is a home, yeah, a home. Sorry, in Georgia, yeah, that's right, Georgia. The dog is awesome. Nicaragua and around. Did you get your card in the mail yet? Oh, I'm going all the ways backwards here, guys. Please let me know you got okay. Yeah, Tom Hawk, I will definitely I'm gonna try and shoot to get a lift or ride or a hitch. Probably focusing on that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There are some folks down at the bottom of the valley, my nearest neighbors. Maybe I can catch a ride with them. Now, I don't like to lean on folks. It's not really my style. I'm the kind of guy who will, cut my fingers off before I, ask for help. So, typically. But I may have to see if I can get a ride into town here again. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll reach out to you and the necessary channels, sir. I got you. Oh, present inside is a cheesecake. I really would like some cheesecake. I actually have a few more cookies left, guys. So yeah, no, thanks, Tomahawk. I'll keep an eye. I'm tracking. That's the first place I'll stop. Okay, guys. Well, dropping down in viewership here. Not that that's a big deal. I mean, if we're having a good conversation, I don't really care, guys. But yeah. So I think we'll call it a night, guys. Tomahawk, Juice Master. I think everybody's kind of gone off. I know it's late if you're on the East Coast. It's 8:49 here, so what's it, 10, 11, 12? You're hitting on midnight on the East Coast. So. Okay, guys, what else we got here? I'm gonna say cheers. Tomahawk, Juice Master. I don't know. I think everybody else might have dropped off, but even though there's folks on the on the outskirts there, just hanging out, watching the whole thing. I'm gonna say cheers to you, sitting on the nosebleeds. We'll say cheers, guys. All right, Juice Master, thanks, good chatting. Tomahawk, we'll stay in touch. And I think on that note, guys, we'll call it an evening. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for all your help. And yeah, where is the button? Best wishes to you and Ranger, and everyone have a good night. All right, guys, I'm out. Cheers. Take it easy.